Hey everyone and welcome. Thanks again for tuning in to my video. I'm currently about to embark on my first season of iRacing and I wanted to share my experiences along the way, hoping that I could get any hints and pointers from any of you viewers and you guys also might learn something from my mistakes. So I'll be recording my races for Season 4 2022. Most of my racing is done within my VR headset. I really love the immersion of it. I find it a bit easier to judge the corners than on my monitor as well. So within that, I don't want to be recording the VR headset through OBS. I'm just going to try to do the replay until I can work out how to keep the frame rates high as well. I'm currently looking at racing mainly the IR04, which is pretty much just a Formula 4 car. So that's going to be my main focus for this Season 4, and might throw in the odd Mazda MX-5 class as well, since I'm pretty much a rookie / D class, so that's what I'm going to be doing. My focus for most races is not going to be my positioning and overall lap time. Obviously, I'm going to be pushing and trying to do good times, but generally I'm just going to try to get my safety rating up so I can get into C or B class at the end of the season. That's what I've been doing so far. Within that, I've actually been starting in the pits, as you can see in the background there. I start most of my races in the pits, even if I qualify, 5th or 4th. So unless I'm pretty much on the front row or one of the quicker cars in the grid, which is not the case, I'm going to start in the pits just to save the carnage and the chaos in the first couple of corners. I'm just finding that trying to make your way through is pretty hard at the slow ranking. Okay, like I said earlier, start off in the pits. Try to avoid as much first lap carnage as possible.
Your pit exit looks clear.
Everybody wants to win the race in the first corner, I feel, like Monza, as you're soon about to see.
Incident in Variante del Rettifilo. It looks like Carmichael, Lustig and Brady.
Oh, there you go.
We think P4's gone off in Creva Grande.
So I'm just trying to chill here, not really overtake anyone in the first lap, unless they go off or make a major mistake. Aim for that safety rating, that 0 incident. Early on the brakes. Real tame around the corner, cold tyres. Take it a bit easy on the accelerator as well. Backed off way early here.
There's an incident in Lesmo 1. We think it might be Carmichael.
I remember seeing a bit of that smoke on the corner of that apex, but I backed out a bit early. Just got a bit of a hurry on, he lets me through. I must say, in general, overall, I find most people pretty courteous. You do get the odd ones that just want to battle you. This guy's clearly quicker than me, so I just let him through. Let's take that corner wide. So this is where I'll start changing my brake bias a little bit for this first chicane. I'll drop it down to about I'm trying to go off memory now, 53% for this chicane, and then straight after, as I start going to the second chicane, I go up to 55, and then 56.5 for the rest of the lap.
There's an incident in Variante del Rettifilo. It looks like it's Lustig.
See, just keeping it easy going around the track, just kind of doing your pace, not over pushing the car. You seem to just pick up positions. Everyone else wants to battle or, pump out the really quick lap times.
15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
I wish I was capable of doing, the really quick lap times. I know I'm not. I know my limits. I'm new to the game. So I just try to take it as easy as possible. And focus on changing my brake bias as I hit my apex and stay within the white lines. funny not having the peripheral vision on the sides while you're in VR. Like now, while recording this replay in a just single monitor, makes a big difference. The ratio looks a little bit off to me. So definitely love the VR. It's a massive thumbs up for me. Just lucky that I don't get any kind of motion sickness from it. Gave a friend a go recently, he got pretty motion sick on it. Oh, someone's off. Another position. So here we go, I'll be changing the brake bias now, down to about 53 for this corner.
Incident in Variante del Retifilio. It looks like Fox.
Brake just on the 100 here. And then I try to drag brake as much as I can into the apex. And then get on accelerator, not too hard, but then just on it once I straighten up. Have spun a couple times there in practice, trying to get on it just a little bit too hard. And it just rear end just comes out on you. Still not nailing this corner perfect, but just get down to third, right over it a little bit, turn in, and then on the accelerator hard. Braking on the orange to my right, and then accelerate as soon as I see the next orange barrier. Tap brakes on 50, get in, on accelerator again. Changing brake bias here. Generally change it to about 56. I think some parts I was 56.5, but 56 in general. Hard brake at 100, and kind of just want to pull it into this apex and back on it again. And I'll leave it at 56 to brake bias until I come around this next right-hander. I find I turn in a little bit too early on this right-hander. I think I need to just stay left a bit
is
more.
now leading.
Stay left a little bit more and then come in. But I'll get there. Car just disappeared. Just find myself trying to settle into a groove.
Why are you braking in the middle of turn?
Yeah. Just try to settle into a bit of a groove now and go around. I do remember making one pretty big mistake, and then I had to drive around with that for the rest of the race. You know, when it gets a bit wobbly, it says your tyres are out of balance. I think that's lap 4 or 5. So got caught up daydreaming instead of changing my brake bias or something, and then yeah, missed my braking spot. So I tried to change it the last second on my steering wheel. I'll show you on my wheel actually where I changed that while this is playing. So this is my wheel here. Sorry, I'm not very good with this camera webcam. So it's just a Momo wheel.
There's an incident in Ascari. It looks like it's Lustig. Okay, Ryan, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. It's on your apexes. Wait for the chances to come, mate.
SimCall. So the guy down in Sydney, I'm pretty sure he is, in Australia. He makes these button boxes. They're pretty good. I'm quite happy. I've never tested anything else really, so but it was a good review on Boosted Media, which I really appreciate all the content he does. But that's my brake bias down here, so I should just spin it to go up and down. So that's pretty easy. Even with VR I can find it pretty simple just pull my hand. I normally just pull my left hand down and spin it. I've actually got my labelling a bit wrong. So
there's an incident in Variante della Roggia. We think it might be Fox.
Won't be able to read it here, but that little black button here, I use that to change between my black boxes as well. So on my screen at time, because you seem to need them, unless someone knows anything else, but I seem to need to have the brake bias black box on the screen to change the brake bias. My button won't change it unless that's actually on my screen, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, definitely 300mm wheel. It's been pretty good to me. But big shout out to SimCore. Like honestly, buttons just feel amazing. Even wearing gloves, they feel good. So I don't seem to notice it. I can always find my hand positioning pretty well as well, so which is good.
Incident in Curva Parabolica. We think it might be Savoie.
I think my next thing that I'd like to save up for would be the a proper Formula wheel, just to have something nice. I really like the Sim Magic one that they're releasing, but don't think it works with the SimiCube at all. Might work with the USB cable, I'll have to find out. I'll do a bit more research into it. Got the bottom left button there, clears my screen as well, so my visor. I kind of like the effects though. Gives you that immersion that you're actually got a helmet on. Oop.
There's an incident in Lesmo 1. It looks like it's Fox and Johnson.
I thought he was going to come straight out of me there. Remember my heart missing a beat. Fairly easy track if you know your braking points and so forth. Easy to go around, hard to be quick I find. Like, just yeah, you got to brake a little bit later than everyone else and turn in with just a little bit of brake on. And straight back onto power cleanly. I know some of the really quick guys were doing like 151s and so forth. I'm nowhere near that pace yet. It's definitely not as forgiving as AMS2 and stuff like that, iRacing. Great little car though.
The gap in front is now 14 seconds. 5 minutes to go. You're looking good for a podium. There's an incident in Ascari.
Must be a good thing that the guy was 14 seconds ahead of me. I didn't have that carrot to chase. I do remember seeing a lot of his lap times, and he was just, yeah, he was a fair bit quicker than me, so just wanted to keep the guys behind and not make any major mistakes really. Definitely one of my quietest races I've had in the last couple of weeks since starting this season. There seems to sometimes during late night you see you get a group of guys that get a bit vocal on there towards each other. These are just lapped cars. There's the other issue. You get some guys that end up having that first corner blues, you know, unlucky. So, but they're actually quick and they end up getting lapped, but then they're quicker than you when you're lapping them. So it's like, do I go past? Do I not go past? Because I know they're getting blue flags, unfortunately, but I don't know if they actually get any repercussions if you don't follow a blue flag in iRacing yet. Generally though, like they should be able to pull away if they're lapping quicker than me.
The gap in front has increased to 15 seconds.
I do like the spotter. I'm using Crew Chief. I think that's pretty funny, pretty handy. It heard me say the name, so it opened up my mic there. Crew Chief. Gap behind.
We don't have the data.
No, doesn't pick it up.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, that guy was pretty good. He just let me pass.
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Didn't fight me at all. If I remember correctly, I think I thought this was the final lap because he said 2 minutes to go and the lap's about 2 minutes, but it wasn't. I think I took it really easy. But it's definitely something to be said to starting in the pits, eh? Like, stay out of all the chaos, get your safety rating up. Don't get caught up in all the people throwing it in on the first corner. Oh, so much for taking it easy. Jump the curb.
Looks like P4 has gone off in Variante del Rettifilo.
I definitely get nervous in traffic. It's funny, because I know it's only a computer game, but you know, you get in there and you start battling in the middle of traffic and you're in P8 or P7 or something, right in the mix of it. It's like, just one out. So yeah, pit lane for me for the moment.
Incident in Ascari. It looks like Johnson.
I'll have to sort out the frame rates when OBS is running with the VR, so I can do some recordings while I'm actually in game. Get more of a honest opinion of how I'm racing and how I'm feeling, I guess, as well. That's much really a big one, 'cause being in a game, you kind of really trying to focus. As soon as I get a distraction or any kind of daydreaming, I make a mistake. I watch some of the other guys that stream like all their races all the time, and they're just on it. They can just talk to everyone. They're reading chat and racing. I personally just think they're amazing for doing that. My multitasking is nowhere near that point. Pretty sure all my teachers would have agreed as well. Focusing on multiple things was never a strong point. have to work out how to... I actually can't see the overlays as well in VR unless I run through Steam VR. I'm using Open XR instead though. I've seen the frame rates. I'm getting like an extra 10 frame rates per second using that. And I personally just prefer that over Steam VR at the moment for the extra frame rates. So it just seems a little bit smoother. But the sacrifice is I don't get any overlays. So I would like to have another relative box on my screen at the same time as my brake bar, so I'm not switching between them. So that does catch me out sometimes. As I said earlier, I do have those two black buttons on my thumbs, so I got one for my relative, one for my brake bars. I just switch between it before I spin it. But it's just that extra step, right? Like if I don't have to switch between it, I've always got a relative overlay, that'd be perfect. But if you stayed this far, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it somewhat, or if you think of anything to tell me that I could help or correct. Oh yeah, let this guy go, he's a lot quicker than me. I think he's hesitant though, he's not too sure what I'm going to do. But yeah, if you have any pointers for me that you think I can trail brake a bit better, or you know, you think my brake biases are way off, let me know for sure. If anyone out there has any ideas on OBS and VR as well, like just yeah, drop a comment in, let me know. I do love open wheelers. Obviously I love watching Formula 1, so, and a bit of IndyCar here and there. So this will be my main class I will try to focus on, and as I said earlier, a bit of Mazda MX-5s and so forth. I have purchased the old Ferrari as well. I think that's a novelty for me. But I don't want to be a jack of all trades, just want to kind of master a couple of road racing open wheelers at the moment. If I can master that, or even get semi-good at it, a bit better than what I'm doing currently, I'll be happy. Definitely enjoying the sim racing a lot more than what I thought I would. I normally do remote control RC racing, which is pretty hard when the car's so far away.
Good race, everyone. Have a good day.
And there we go. Thanks everyone. I'll pause it there.